Well, it's hard to believe that it's already college football bowl season. It seems like, Ronnie, a couple months ago we were just previewing Notre Dame's season, and Kenny and Dave were doing the same for Penn State, which they're going to be having a bowl preview for Penn State coming up here. But let's talk about the college football playoffs, because our Irish, they're in. We're very excited about that. Notre Dame's defense, Ronnie, one of the best in the whole entire country. Right up there, I think, with an Alabama, right up there with the Clemson. And I think that Notre Dame's defense will keep them in this football game on December 29th.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Notre Dame, that was always their weak link, their defense. But this year, it was definitely their strong point. And I think, but since they changed quarterbacks, that made a difference. Remember, I said the fourth game, he won't be quarterbacking, and he wasn't. Since Book's been, it's been a new team.
Yeah, and with Notre Dame's offense, too, I wanted to ask you, because I think that Ian Book has definitely established himself as a really good passer, and I think that he's going to have a good game against Clemson. The thing that worries me, though, with Notre Dame is there have been games where their running attack has really struggled. I think if they're going to have, if they want to be a legit contender, beat Clemson or beat an Alabama or just get in that, move on to the championship game, they're going to have to be able to establish the run game.
Absolutely. I just know, it seemed like Notre Dame running game, I don't trust it. They have a hard time. They pass more than they should, and I think a lot of first downs they have bad plays. They just struggle. They struggle, and I don't like that. So that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, Notre Dame's offense is definitely going to have to come to play. And Ronnie, we're kind of pressed on time. Why don't you let's end this with giving our predictions.
I'm speaking with my heart and not my brain, but I think Notre Dame could beat them. I'm going to say 27-24.
Yeah, I'm on the same board. I think it's going to be 24-24. Then Notre Dame is going to score a late touchdown, go up 31-24 with less than a minute to go. Clemson's going to drive down the field, make it interesting, but Notre Dame's defense makes a stop in the end zone late in the game and get an Irish victory. All righty. Well, we're the Notre Dame experts here since we're such, big Notre Dame fans. Let's see what the Penn State experts have to say with Kenny and Dave previewing that Citrus Bowl.
Dave, as I just look at Kentucky and that, it seems like two very similar teams. Two teams that could play some really, really good defense. I think I give Kentucky the edge there a little bit, thanks to a guy whose name is Josh Allen. 14 sacks and over 18 tackles for loss this season, Dave. But Penn State playing some pretty good defense as well. And I think I give the edge on offense to Penn State. Dave, if Penn State wins this Citrus Bowl against Kentucky, what are some things they're going to have to do? Penn State wins if?
You have to protect McSorley, because Josh Allen, from what I've seen on film, I haven't seen him live, but just seen film, and when he agreed to play in this game, he was, he's concern number one, worry number one, because he gets off the edge very fast. Penn State had some problems with teams that, have been able to rush the quarterback, get heat on McSorley. Ohio State did that, with great success. Michigan State put pressure on him as well. Teams that didn't put pressure on the quarterback, McSorley was either sit back there or give the chance to run or to pass the ball. But then this is where somebody like Miles Sanders could come into play, because I think that if they establish a running game, that'll be key to take the pressure off McSorley a little bit. Miles Sanders too, we don't know. Is this going to be his last game too? He might declare eligible for the NFL draft. And the receivers have to catch passes too. If they get a chance to catch a contested pass, it's been a problem all year not being able to hold on to passes. Catch those passes, protect McSorley, and establish a running game, some dominance on the line of scrimmage, and I think Penn State could win the game.
Yeah, Dave, I think Penn State's defense is good enough to keep them in this game, obviously. But again, it comes down to Trace. I think he's going to have to make some plays with his legs and also through the air. But that's on the receivers. Totally agree with you, too. They're going to have to catch some passes. But Trace will have to be accurate, and he'll have to maybe make some plays out of nothing when things get busted. When he's healthy, that's what he could do almost at his best. Jake Pinniger, the kicker for Penn State, Dave, started off a little shaky, and all of a sudden down the stretch, he became very reliable. I think that will be key as well. All right, Dave, this is it. This is the moment. Prediction right now. I have Kentucky winning. I think they win 21-17 or 24-17, just based upon Penn State's work throughout the season. I don't know if they have that extra practice and that, but be consistent enough to maybe they have to make some plays and not make mistakes. How about you?
I agree. I think Kentucky's going to win the game. I really do. I think Kentucky has, when Allen decided he was going to play too, I think that's going to be a matchup nightmare for Penn State. I think they're going to get heat on McSorley too, and when he gets, he rushes a lot of throws at that point, and you worry about a key interception, or it could come down to a special teams play. But I see Kentucky winning the game 20-13.
How about let's do one last thing. Clemson taking on Notre Dame. Our friends John Aripoli and Ron Marchetti talking about that. I think Clemson wins. I think it's closer than most people think.
But I'm going to pick Notre Dame in an upset. I'm going to say 28-21 Notre Dame.
Dave is rarely wrong. I'll have to go back to our tape too, Dave. This might be the first time ever we picked against Penn State in a bowl game. We'll see what happens. But Happy New Year to you, sir, and Happy New Year to all of you out there. Happy holidays from all of us here at SSP TV and at the Standard Speaker.